What is going on, guys? Today we have got Scream Chong, and it is the morning. If you have checked PK out, what did you think? Let me know down below. Make sure you subscribe whilst you're there. We've nearly hit 4K. I cannot wait, and the support has been incredible over the start of FIFA 20. Me coming back in FIFA 19, I can't thank you enough. The support is incredible. So definitely thank you for all of that. Let's go for 4K and 5K before Christmas. But anyway, obviously yesterday was a fantastic day, and I definitely want to applaud EA for all of the SBCs, all of everything they released. I thought they did really well. Let me know what you think about yesterday as well. We got three SBCs for the Ultimate Scream for packs and kits and all of that. We got 2 players. We have all Scream cards in packs. We had promo packs, which is just a side note. Also, we did have some objectives that I didn't say in the video, in the long ass video that I did. We do have some objectives as well that we'll cover later on down the line. I think in general they played incredibly well. So hopefully more of that. I think the content this year has got chance to be something incredible. But anyway, less of that, more about Chong. He is the Manchester United 19-year-old who's been making some appearances. Obviously, being a Man U fan myself, he's been making some appearances. He's played well. Yes, he's still growing, still getting into his stride. He is only a 19-year-old, so it's fantastic. And coming from a 65 rated player to an 83 rated right mid, I'm so happy for him. He gets an 8+ pace, 22+ shooting, 23+ dribbling, 2 defending, 7 passing, and 16 physical. This is an incredible card that has been upgraded, and the cost of the SBC is absolute pence. He costs around about 25k, and I think you've got to be stupid not to. Even if you have no chance of playing him, just having him in your squad, objectives this year is going to be mental. So having a first owned Scream card, special card, you never know what they're going to throw objective wise. They could go Dutch, they could go special card, they could go Prem. You've got so many different avenues where you could play this card and just keep him in your club. I think for 25k, I would 100% recommend doing this card. And honestly, he's not terrible. He's not the best right mid in the game, don't get me wrong. He's not going to be up there with the Sterlings, the Salas, even Pepe is quite good in this game, to be fair. And then you've got Messi, all of them lot. He's nowhere near their level, and I don't expect him to be. If you're a Man U fan, you're going to do this card. Let's face it, you're 100% going to do this card. If not, I think the pace-wise on him is fantastic. I think he's not the quickest overall on card value, but even adding that 86 pace alongside the fact he's 6'1" is a nice little boost of pace, really. And for such a unit of a player, I'm really happy with him. So anyway, we'll go into the basic information. Obviously, the SBC is an 84 rated with minimum of 1 Premier League player and 75 chem. That, for me, is pretty easy. Straight off rewards day. I can see what they did. They thought, you know what, everyone's getting rewards. What we'll do is we'll just bang a load of SBCs in. Get rid of all them players. Put the market back up, because everyone's going to be putting players into PK, Chong, all the other 2 SBCs and all of their marquee matchups and everything, and then the price is going to rise again. And I get that. I think that's a pretty smart move. Obviously, he's Dutch. He's a 4-star skiller with a 3-star weak foot. Obviously, the weak foot could be better. He is left-footed, so more than likely you're going to be trying to cut in with this guy. His shot-wise isn't terrible, to be honest. It's not the greatest, but to say that this card as a right mid has got more shooting ability than Sterling's base card is phenomenal. I think Sterling's got 79, I think it is. Obviously, Sterling has a much higher dribbling and pace than this card, but the shooting ability of him is actually not terrible. I think he could genuinely play right forward, even kind of put into the middle as a cam. Quite a tall cam, got a bit of pace about him, got a little bit of strength. I think it depends on the chem style that you go. 99 agility, which is one of the big stats upgraded there. That is incredible, because for a 6'1" player with 99 agility, that is actually really good. Pace-wise, like I said, 84 acceleration, 86 sprint speed. It's good enough. I think it's most definitely good enough for a right mid, unless you are going all out Walcott kind of style with 95 pace. Yes, he's not the fastest compared to someone like that. Shooting wise, 89 attacking positioning is pretty decent. 82 finishing, which could do with some work. 92 shot power, which is always nice for them drivens. 84 long shots. Again, Chemstars, all of that. We'll get onto that in a minute. Passing wise is a little bit of a letdown for this card. Only 70. Obviously, he has come from a 65 rated, so they can't boost absolutely everything up. But we're seeing the low 70s, high 60s in most of them stats. So personally for me, that is what my Chemstar would focus on. Dribbling wise, like I say, 99 agility is fantastic. You can't argue with that one bit. It can't be better. 68 balance, which is... I think the agility outweighs it, to be honest, and I saw this with another card that's completely gone out of my mind. But when you've got a high agility, the balance isn't affected as much. It is affected slightly, but I don't think it's too much personally. 72 reactions with 79 ball control. Again, low 70, high 70s. 92 dribbling and 79 composure. So again, if you're looking for more a goal scorer, I'd probably be looking at the sniper chem style. If you're looking for more slash cross, come in on the occasion for a shot, I'd be looking potentially at the Deadeye or Catalyst. So we'll go over and see what them kind of chem styles do to this card. Defense, we don't need to worry about. 78 physical, 80 stamina. It's okay. I do think you would be swapping this card out if you was playing him in a match more in the 60 to 70th minute when, to be honest, he is getting tired. I did notice stamina was reaching about half when it did hit about the 60 to 70th minute. So that's personally when I'd then be putting fresh legs on. You'd be putting someone with a lot more pace on just to really counter that left back being that little bit more tired than he would be at the start of the game. So again, he can be used as a super sub or a starter to wear out the defenders. Obviously, he is relatively tall, so strength, even though it's 76, does portray a little bit better. I felt like he was good at actually winning the ball back, which is always nice. 81 aggression, which is where obviously winning the ball back does come from. So looking at the chem stars, if we was to whack a sniper on this card, he'd have 92 shooting and 92 dribbling. It would boost up a lot of the card. Personally, the shooting would be the most affected. I think it definitely would increase his ability quite a lot. As a right wing, he'd be an 85 as an overall, looking at footbin anyway. Dribbling wise, it gets everything up a lot, but I think personally you'd need a lot more to make it really worth the while for me on the dribbling side of it. Deadeye would turn him up to an 86 right wing. You'd then get quite a bit more on your passing, and I think that is something that he definitely needs to focus on more than anything. Catalyst would turn him into an 85. You'd get 95 pace out of him and 78 passing, so you'd get more passing out of him, but then his shooting doesn't feel the benefits. With Deadeye, he would have 94 shooting, which I did leave out. If he used to go for something, for instance, like Hawk, personally, I wouldn't. I think it's putting his shooting up that much as well as physical and pace. I just think it's a bit of a waste when realistically you need either dribbling or passing going up. Which takes me on to the next one, which is obviously the artist. It would do both, and obviously you'd get a nice amount of dribbling and a nice amount of passing from it. You'd get 79 passing, 93 dribbling. Again, it would turn him into an 86 right wing, but then you're focusing more on actually crossing the ball and being able to dribble down the wing rather than actually cutting in and having a shot. So it's all dependent on what you actually want this card for. Personally, I went with Deadeye with him just because I wanted him to be able to shoot, but then I also wanted him to be confident on the ball, to be able to pass it, to be able to cross it, all of that good stuff, and I think Deadeye personally was my favourite chem style for him. He has got a high attacking work rate, so that is always something to consider when using your player instructions. Again, he does come back quite a lot with the high defensive, but if you wanted him to stay up front, it's quite easily to put that stay up front on the custom tactics, and he doesn't come back as much. It's as simple as that for me. So going into the overall review of him, personally I think he is better than Cuadrado. I think he's very similar to Pepe. Pepe has got a lot more pace, but I do think dribbling and shooting wise, I think they're on the same level-ish. I think Pepe just has that pace that realistically does make him that slightly bit better. But I think that is the sort of level you're looking at. When it comes to Salah, Sterling, and even, to be honest, obviously Messi, players like that, he's not going to have a cat and else chance, is he really? He's an 83 rated card. He's come from a 65. I think they've done so well to bring him up this high already. 26k obviously is the SBC. 10 out of 10 worth the value, I believe, personally. As a Man U fan, it'd be 11, 20, all of that good stuff. You probably won't like that one. Foot champs wise, super sub, most definitely. He won't be in my first team, and I can tell you like that, he just won't be. He isn't good enough to be in your competitive team, but as a super sub, he may add something. 6'1", put him as cam, put him in as striker if you really want. Someone to hold the ball up, someone to add that little bit of flavour to the game. He's good as a super sub, I think, personally, in Foot Champs. And as an overall, I'm giving him a 6 out of 10. Great SBC. 2 great SBCs on one day, so I can't ask for better than that. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you smash that like button. Like I said at the start, we are nearly at 4K and the support has been fantastic. So hopefully you enjoyed. Have a good Foot Champs. Hopefully you don't rage too much like I will probably. And I'll see you all for the next one. Peace.